It feels amazing to be here in Valencia. In my opinion, this is the perfect weather for racing. It's not too warm, it's not too cold. It's February now, and if it was anywhere else, I don't think the weather would be this proper for racing. A lot of people come here every single year, so you can really feel the level of the competition. Yeah, it's just really nice to race here.
It is time for a new exciting karting season for IAME races, starting in style with the 2022 IAME Winter Cup. Taking place again on the beautiful Circuito Lucas Guerrero of Chiva, a twisty and challenging circuit where 175 drivers from more than 20 nations will compete for the first prizes of the season. At the end of the weekend, the winners in X30 Mini, Junior and Senior will get a chance to compete in the upcoming IAME Euro Series. So everybody wants to grab the trophies in what promises to be another exciting start to a new racing season.
The IAME Euro Series is very hard and a hard level, and you learn very much in whole the season. In Valencia it's very hot and nice, and then the track is very grippy. In the mini category it's a good grid, hard people, and you're learning racing. I think who's fast, Daniel Keller, Jesse Phillips.
Junior is a lot more enjoyable, obviously the speed and the grip is better, obviously. Yeah, physically it's definitely more challenging.
I think it's fast in the junior. Myself, Leo Robertson and Colin Crocken is fast.
Henry Joslin, he's a good driver. I always think Leo Robinson and Cahill Clark, I think they're the best drivers.
I think we can do the top 5.
The Euro Series is obviously the tracks I think are lots more enjoyable than races in other places. Yeah, the competitions are difficult, but obviously it always needs to be challenging. It's obviously going to be where people qualify for the final, and just them like defending and make up the end result.
So X30 for me is a really fair category because all of the engines are very close and the setup changes only a little bit. So the only thing that you really need to figure out are the pressures.
Even after winning an FIA World Championship, it's never ever easy coming from one event to another event. It's always really, really difficult wherever you go. It's always going to be difficult. You always have fast drivers. Doesn't matter if it's there or here, it's always difficult.
So last year I was on a podium in Castelletto, and yeah, it just really helped me with like my mental ability in the racing.
It's kind of important here obviously you have kind of long straights and a very flowing circuit, so you have to try and keep the minimum RPM speed high in the engine so you can put a small sprocket and then you can still go at the end of the straight, which is very difficult, especially as a driver. You have to be very, very smooth on the steering wheel and very, very easy with the throttle pedal not to make the chassis slide too much.
Yeah, so I think it's very close, so you can really test the level of the driver.
Welcome everybody to Spain on the Kartodromo Internacional Lucas Guerrero near the beautiful city of Valencia for the 7th edition of the IAME Winter Cup by RGMMC. From 170 competitors in Mini, Junior and Senior, only 36 will get a ticket for the final in each of the 3 classes. So strap yourself in for what promises to be another thrilling start to a new racing season in IAME X30. Jesse Phillips, wearing the Fusion Motorsport colors, is going to be starting from pole position. By his side, 927 from the same team of Fusion as well. Daniel Keller from Ireland, 3rd place on the grid. Dan Alemand, your pole sitter in Friday's qualifying. Kit Belowski, the 995. There's going to be certainly a name to keep an eye on as well, because he has 2 of his teammates from Fusion Motorsport just in front of him. And green, we're racing for the first final in Valencia. Good start from JC Phillips in front of his teammate Daniel Kelleher. Might try to go around the outside in turn number 1. Watch out, the first challenge of many to come in this lap. Oh, a couple of drivers getting together. Big incident and a tussle between 4 drivers who are actually stuck in the chicane. And watch for Dan Halleman going around the inside for second place. And the Swiss driver is already playing strategic, saying to JC Phillips, let's stick together, let's work hard together, because otherwise we might lose the contact with the lead. On the way to the chicane, round the inside goes Dan Halleman. He takes the lead back in front of Kit Belowski. There was nothing the British driver can do, but he might actually go for the switchback in turn number 1. This is the penultimate lap of the final, ladies and gentlemen. And we are in for another try. This time the British driver on the inside, and Dan Halleman is forced to step back. Back in second place. Look at the defensive driving of the Fusion Motorsport driver, which is not enough. Dan Halleman takes the lead once again in turn number 11. If he shuts the door, which he cannot do quite efficiently enough, they're going to be side by side in turn number 12. But once again, this is down to Fusion. One last corner on the way to the checkered flag, almost the photo finish. Victory for Kit Belowski. What a fantastic finish that is for the X30 mini final. Punch in the air with joy. Kit Belowski wins the 2022 IAME Winter Cup in Valencia. Kit Belowski winner in front of Dan Halleman. JC Phillips completing the podium in front of Zdeněk Babisek, 4th place. Martinez is 5th, Noah Baglin is 6th, then we have Daniel Kelleher in 7th, from Manuel Miguez Galloso in 8th, Bosco Arias in 10th, and Daniel Miron Lorente in 10th place. In 3rd position, from Czech Republic, representing TEPS Racing Team, Zdeněk Babisek! 2nd position, JC Phillips! And finally, to a winner in mini class, Kit Belowski!
Superheat starting 3rd and I won it, and the last one starting 4th, and I pulled it back and I got 1st.
On pole position, Leo Robinson from Algeria. By his side, Hugo Martinello from France, representing Jana Racing after the pole sitter. Macaulay Bishop by his side. From France, Jules Caranta at the wheel of his X3 chassis. 3rd row of the grid, Thibaut Ramakers, who's a name to be reckoned with on national level. By his side, keep an eye on the number 38, Aaron Garcia from Spain. We are green and racing for the X30 Junior Final in Valencia. And a great start from Leo Robinson from pole position. Nothing to worry about for the Fusion driver, the 37. As well as Macaulay Bishop trying to go around the inside. There was a bit of a gap, and that was enough for him to dive through. Macaulay Bishop is back in the lead, and that could be the start of some trouble for Leo Robinson. Watch out for Hugo Martinello with his X3 machine. That was a bit too tight maybe for the launch in the turn number 1. The door was shut immediately on the exit by Leo Robinson. That could be quite enough for Aaron Garcia to go through. And look at Aaron Garcia diving through. What a launch of an attack it was for Aaron Garcia. This is Sacha van Patbosch, unfortunately. By the look of it, he's going to have to retire. There he is, the young Dutchman. And watch out, because the battle for the lead is still raging. And what a comeback that is. Aaron Garcia is taking the lead in the chicane. And that's open door. That could actually take Leo Robinson up into 2nd. No, as Macaulay Bishop is shutting the door, but not quite enough. As Robinson and Martinello dive through on his inside. Going around the inside, Leo Robinson. And that's open door as well for Jules Caranta. Going from 1st to 3rd, Aaron Garcia is going to have to do it all over again. That could be quite enough as well for Leo Robinson to switch back. Yes, he does. And Aaron Garcia goes with it. Aaron Garcia goes with him, and up a place in 2nd is the new chaser. Leo Robinson down in 3rd. And look at Macaulay Bishop. He's back as well in the group. Aaron Garcia is trying his bit around the inside of the chicane and goes through once again for Leo Robinson. He dropped all the way down to 6th. What happened to Robinson? Was it a mechanical trouble? As at the same time, Jules Caranta is taking the lead. Jules Caranta is back in the lead, but the switchback is done by Garcia immediately in the chicane. Oh, contact! Macaulay Bishop is going against Aaron Garcia. This is the battle for the win. There was a bit of a contact. Macaulay Bishop is being pushed by Thibaut Ramakers, and watch out! Jules Caranta is back in 2nd. Disastrous for Macaulay Bishop, all the way down to 5th. The last chicane, 2 out of the race and the track, and this will be victory. Aaron Garcia wins the Winter Cup in Valencia. What an end to a fantastic battle, what a fantastic race, and the victory going to this young man from MDC Racing on home soil, Aaron Garcia. As we have Aaron Garcia, Macaulay Bishop, Leo Robinson in third, Hugo Martinello in fourth place in front of Adrian Ferrer, Henri Josselin, Jules Caranta 7, Thibaut Ramagurs only 8 in front of Marc Granada Ferrero, Daniel Kalayan and Carl Clark just outside of the top 10. The driver in third place, Hugo Martinello! In second place, from Argia, Leo Robinson! And finally, the trophy presented to our winner of the junior final, Aaron Garcia!
Yes, I'm very happy of this. I think that we can continue like this and winning more races. And we are going to try to win the IAME.
On pole position is getting ready Ariel Elkin for VDK Racing. By his side, this is Bart Harrison, representing Mike Barrett Racing. On the external part is the champion of the IAME Series Italy, Sebastiano Pavan, on the second row of the grid, third. By his side, another name to keep an eye on from KBK competition is coming from France, and his name is Andy Rattel, the winner of last year's iGames in Portimao. On the inside, he's going to be starting from 5th on the grid. His name is Marcus Luzio, competing this weekend with Danolan Racing, the Tonica chassis of the British team. Yes, we are green, green, green as we're racing here for the last time in the Winter Cup 2022. Great start from Ariel Elkin, who actually shuts the door from pole position, not letting anyone in ahead of him. But Sebastiano Pavan is taking second place brilliantly as well. And watch out, Dani Karenini attacking Ariel Elkin and pushing the Israeli a bit wide. That allows Marco Luzio inside as well. Marcus Luzio takes second place and going with Dani Karenini. Ariel Elkin dropping to third. And here's the response from Dani Karenini on the inside of turn number 10. Ariel Elkin being put under pressure and losing another place. Oh, Elkin being pushed wide in the chicane. But that could be a golden opportunity for Mariboya to get past again. Oh, and Elkin out of the track and cutting the chicane again. Disastrous turn of event once again for Elkin. And he actually let Marcus Luzio through. He just let him through, and that's certainly part of his strategy. There's only a couple of other opportunities, and he's going around the outside of turn number 10. Watch out for the next one. The door has to be closed, otherwise this will be opportunity for Dani Karenini. He tried, and he missed for that one. Marcus Luzio still ahead. Karenini second, Harrison in third. One last shot, and watch out, actually there's a fourth driver. This is actually for the back. Oh, contact! There's a bit of a contact, but Marcus Luzio make it through. Marcus Luzio wins the 2022 Winter Cup at Valencia. What a finish! Marcus Luzio wins in Valencia. Mariboya takes an unexpected but fantastic second place in front of Dani Karenini. Fourth place for Bart Harrison. Alexandre Monod finishing in 5th. 6th place for Ruben Moya in front of Ariel Elkin. Carly Atkins finishing 8th in front of Sebastian Edin, Paul Causivero and Andy Rattel just missing out on the top 10. The driver in third place to Dani Karenini. In second place, the local hero of the senior class, Mariboya. And finally, he said at the beginning of the weekend that he could actually win this one. He was right, Marcus Luzio.
It's good to win the first race of the season, and hopefully we can continue this momentum forward for the rest of the year. The kart setup was brilliant, and yeah, I just drove great, stuck with him, and then made my move and defended the rest of the race.
This year's IAME Winter Cup has provided us again with intense races in what has been a fascinating 4-day event on the Kartodromo Lucas Guerrero of Chiva. Now everybody is already looking ahead and forward to the opening round of the 2022 IAME X30 Euro Series taking place in Zuera from March 10th to 13th. So see you again very soon in the sunlight of Spain.